In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, dear friends and fellows, Professor Ahmad Rafiq Akhtar Saab is a very famous, religious, spiritual personality. He wrote many of his books on the spirituality. He was talking and I listened to him. He was saying that a lady came to him and asked me, Professor Ahmad Rafiq Akhtar, that please pray for me that you know my daughter is going. I want my daughter to wed with a person, and then Professor Saab asked her that what kind asked few questions about the person she wants to wed her daughter with. She He asked the few questions, and one of the question was given. The reply was given that he is uh, an addict. He take drugs. Professor Saab asked her, "What sort of drugs does he take?" She replied that he is, addict of heroin. It was very, very surprising for Professor Saab that she is asking me to pray my daughter should get wedded there. Professor Saab asked her the reason, and she replied that they are very comfortable. They are very comfortable. Mean they are very rich. Professor Saab asked her that do you know that this heroin is something very, very, very one of the worst sort of addictions. You know, she replied maybe yes, I do know. Look upon the psyche of the people, whatever the people are looking for. Once they want to wed their daughter, once they want to wed their daughter, what what they like to see, you know, in the groom and the family and the parents and the sisters and the brothers of the groom, probably two things. One is how wealthy they are, and the other is that if at all they do have the power, influence, or a very good, very good career. So the two of these things, power and wealth, influence and wealth, so they don't bother to see whether the person is a good human being, a responsible human being or not, They don't pay much of their attention to it at all. They don't need a good and a responsible human being. I'm not suggesting that the financial affairs should be ignored. I'm not suggesting this thing at all. But if at all a person is a responsible and a good human being, plus he does have the ability to, support the family, to raise the family, and does is not wealthy but can raise the family, why he should not be preferred? Why he should not be preferred? What happens today, the divorce rate is increasing with the passage of time. It has increased a lot even today. The divorce rate has increased a lot even today. If at all you go to the courts on the first few dates, the first date, on the first of every month, you will come to know that there are many, many women standing with their children, to receive the money from their ex-husbands, which they have secured through the courts. Many, many, many of the, families have been broken because of this, Why? Because they get married initially because the other person is a wealthy person. They have very nice house, they have very, very nice cars, and they wear nice dresses, they eat, they do the fine dining, and they are seen with the so-called other successful people. you know I think all of that is finance is money is not bad, it is good really, but what if a person is not a good human being, not a responsible human being? How will he be treating their wife? Obviously in an irresponsible manner, and she will not be happy. Maybe their relationship, their marriage is not going to survive for a longer period of time. Why? Because this man, although he is a wealthy, but not a good and a responsible human being at all, my dear friends. So is the case with the grooms and the, they too are They don't see much the kind of character that family, the kind of attitude that family, the the wife's parents, etc., is having. These grooms too, and the groom's parents too, they too are looking for the wealth. So the people have become greedy. They want to get the money. They want to get the money, my dear friends and fellows, but they don't need a good character. They don't need a reasonable attitudes. So that is the reason why maybe the marriages are broken so soon, so often. That is the reason that fewer marriages does survive, and most of these marriages does not survive at all. I think that we need to change our criteria, our standard, if at all we want to wed our daughter, if at all we want to wed our son. I think we need to think differently. I'm not ignoring the importance of the money at all, but the money alone is not enough. As for the successful marriage is concerned, because if a woman is not happy, so what is the use of the money? Or if at all the marriage is broken, what is the use of the money of the groom? What is the use of a beautiful house, a beautiful car, and so called other glittering things? What is the use? Everything that glitters is not gold at all. This is something what we need to realize, and please change the way you think. The please change the way we think about our would-be wife, our would-be husband, our would-be daughter-in-law, our would-be son-in-law. Let's be careful, let's be cautious, and never ever ignore the importance of a good human being. If at all a person is a responsible human being, and there is a shortage of money, though the money is there, but it is not very sufficient. I think this person is better, much better rather, I shall say, as compared to another person who is a wealthy person, who is a wealthy boy, a wealthy groom, a wealthy candidate of the marriage, but is an irresponsible person, is a careless human being, is a bad human being, not a good guy at all, no, neither a good Muslim nor a good human being. I think we need to change whatever we used to think, whatever we are thinking, whatever sort of situation is going on in the society needs to be changed before getting even worse kind of consequences, repercussions. Thank you.